Let's talk about terrorism. When the United States invaded Afghanistan to get bin Laden and take the Taliban out of power, you opposed that, correct?
Well, I opposed Iraq and Afghanistan. I thought there were better ways to accomplish our goal.
Okay, let's just take Afghanistan, because Iraq you know, that's a whole different thing. But Afghanistan, you had bin Laden there, you had the Al-Qaeda there, you had the Taliban harboring them. That position, that you didn't support that initial action, sets you apart from almost every other Republican in the country. So I want you to explain a position tonight.
Yeah, I'll explain that because Afghanistan does not have a central government. It has 300 tribal leaders. The only successes that we have, which were limited, were through our association with the Northern Alliance of tribal leaders, and that helped for a while. That's sort of dissolved now. And what have we really accomplished? Every nation that has gone into Afghanistan to, quote, tame it has failed. So that doesn't mean that we couldn't take Osama bin Laden out. It doesn't mean that we couldn't take out the terrorist camps. But I don't see how we could possibly expect that we were going to do what no one else has been able to do.
But if a government is declaring war on the United States, as the Taliban government did, you have to attack the government, do you not?
I'm not sure that we attack every government that declares war on us. I mean,
I think we have throughout history,
Doc, to America.
I can't recall any government declaring war on the United States, attacking the homeland, all right, that we did not remove that government. I mean, almost every time we did. But anyway, let's update this position to ISIS. Now we have another threat, open threat. We want to kill as many Americans as we can. If we get the chance, we're going to do it. How would you defeat ISIS?
Well, first of all, make it very clear that we do want to defeat them. And I would use everything available to us. That includes the economic possibilities available to us. It involves all of our covert activities and special forces. And I believe that it would probably require that we actually put some men on the ground, because we've called for the development of this coalition for all the nations in that area who have an interest. But we're not providing any leadership for them.
No, we're not.
So of course they're not going to form spontaneously.
Well, they wouldn't do it anyway. And then Europe's getting what it deserves now for sitting out the whole war on terror. And now they're being overrun by Muslim migrants, and that's the cause and effect. But you would put American troops into Syria, I assume, to attack, you know, with allied soldiers, and you'd get some, all right, to attack the ISIS people. You wouldn't go into Syria, but that's where the headquarters are. That's where the headquarters are.
I wouldn't go into Syria. What I would do is I would drive ISIS out of Iraq. I think we could capable of doing that.
But you couldn't destroy them, and they'd still be functioning in Syria, because that's where command and control is.
Yeah, you push them up into Syria, and you regain control of Iraq. That's a big part of the victory, because that's part of their caliphate. And, you know, that's the majority of the caliphate is in Iraq.
That's true.
We can push them out of there. That will make them look like losers. It'll make it much more difficult for them to recruit people when they look like losers.
Right. But you know, with me, I go right to Raqqa, and they'd have to pay the price. Hey, Doctor, you know, you're always accessible to us. We congratulate